The Japanese Pokemon card set of Night Wanderer released on June 7th, which, as of recording this, was just a few days ago. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the very recent sales data for the top 25 most valuable cards in this set. We're going to go ahead and look at Collectr, and we're just going to see what the 25 to the first most valuable cards are, as well as what potential price trends we can see. Not that we'll be able to see too many, as it's only been about 4 days, but let's go ahead and take a look at that list right now. So the 25th most valuable card from Night Wanderer is Duskull. So this is the illustration rare, or in this case the art rare, and it's actually some really nice artwork. It's kind of got an overall blue slash purple kind of tint to the card. We see Duskull kind of hanging out here under this spotlight, looking well, it's probably more of a street light, but yeah, out on the street. It's a very nice card, very aesthetic, very of the times for Scarlet and Violet. And yeah, I mean, I guess we have data going back as far as May 30th, $9.98, June 2nd, $9.95, June 6th, $11.20, and then we can go as far down. June 7th drops to $3.49, June 8th it goes to $7.07, and then June 9th drops back down to $3.77. Next, we have the Persian illustration rare, or art rare. It's a very nice card. We have Persian here looking out into this window, seeing its reflection, looking out onto this city in the nighttime. This looks like it's up in a penthouse of some sort. Giovanni's probably secret hideout, but we have data going as far back as June 6th, which $4.40. And then we can go up to June 7th here at $7.07. June 8th drops down to $5.17. And then June 9th, we have $4.11. Then the next card is the Pecharunt EX. This is just the simple terastallized card. I'm actually not even sure if it is terastallized. It looks like it is, just given the artwork, but maybe it's not. Anyways, we'll just go with the Pecharunt EX double rare card. Yeah, nothing too unique or spectacular about it. It's just a classic EX card, likely pretty useful in the TCG. We have June 2nd, $9.97. Then we can go as far as, let's see, it skips down to June 6th, $4.20, and then June 7th, $4.20 as well. Then coming up next, we have the Revavroom EX. This is considered a super rare, which is essentially a full art terastallized card. This is Revavroom. It's actually a pretty nice card if you ask me. It'd be a pretty cool pull, but I don't think I'd want it to be my pull though, because I think if you get a booster box, which I did, I've got one. I'm going to be picking it up tomorrow, or in this case today if you're watching it. This could be your big pull from the set, and I don't know that I want that. So June 6th, $5.40, and then we hop all the way down here to June 7th, $4.99. Then we have the Monkey Dory EX. So this is another super rare. This is just the full art version of Monkey Dory. We have a red and seemingly kind of maroon kind of background behind Monkey Dory here, who's kind of posting up in the foreground. It's a pretty standard full art card. Here we have data going as far back as June 6th, $6.40, and then we can dip down to June 7th, $5.40, and then it looks like it's slightly on the come up on June 8th, $6.29. Then coming up next, we have the Okidogi EX super rare card. So this is another full art card of Okidogi. You have Okidogi over here, green, black, and I guess sort of magenta is its primary colors. And then the background has almost looks like a streaking sort of light kind of effect to it, where it has yellows and oranges and reds, definitely the warm analogous colors. If you were to look at the color wheel, we have June 7th, $7.99, and then we have a big dip down on the graph, but it's technically not that big dip of it down. $6.40 is where it relies on June 8th. Alright, hopping back over to the art rares, we have Zorua art rare, or the illustration rare in English, but art rare in Japanese. We have Zorua over here. It's almost like it feels weird to say it like this, but it almost seems like a hyper realistic version of Zorua. It's not. I guess 3D is a better word to put it. Normally we see it in a lot of cartoon kind of versions for art rares. For example, if you were to look at the Duskull, it looks very, animated per se, but this one looks very three-dimensional, I think is a really good way to put it. And the artwork just really pops like that. So June 5th, we have a value of $29.48. And then June 6th, it drops down to $9.98. June 7th, we have $8.95. June 8th, $6.63, and it currently resides June 9th, $6.64. Coming up next, and most interesting, as it's the first common card / uncommon that we've seen on this list, we have the Zorua common card. So if I had to guess, there's probably a lot of playability that has to do with this card for the card that's coming after this. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I mean, this is Zorua. It's just a common card, but it's really cool to see that the common card is garnering a lot of value to it. We look here, June 6th, 2024, $0. And then, yeah, it just does a jump up to the 8th, goes up to $7. Yeah, it's likely probably 1 or 2 sales that happen like that, and it's likely somebody who needed it for their deck. Can't be 100% certain though, but we'll take it. A $7 common is pretty rad. Then coming up next, we have the Zoroark rare card. I believe that this would be a holographic card. This one again is likely due to playability and just adding it to your deck. You have the evolution of Zorua, identical-ish artwork in the sense that it's kind of like the same style. June 6th, $1.80. So instead of the $0 that we saw with the Zorua, we have $1.80, $1.80. And then June 8th goes up to $7, likely sold as a combo with that Zorua to really form likely that player's deck. Then we have the Fezandipiti EX double rare. So this is yet again another just regular EX card. We already saw the Pecharunt EX card. Again, I don't think this one is terastallized. I think it would be a lot more obvious if it was. And I don't think the Pecharunt was either, now that I'm thinking about it, but it doesn't really matter. We have the Fezandipiti here, just kind of poking out of the card frame. So June 6th, $5.40. And then we have values going to June 7th, $9.20, goes up a little bit, but is on its way down where it currently resides at $7.59. The next card is, and excuse my pronunciation, I know I'm going to butcher it, 06 Scheme, Zero Sitch's Scheme. I'll go 06 Scheme. This is an uncommon card, so we're yet again kind of in that realm of uncommons, commons, trainers, etc. This one is obviously a trainer card. I wish I could tell you what the card did, but there's no translation here. But I'm assuming it's used for a deck, which is why it probably reflects the price of $8.08. Graph is acting up right now for some strange reason, but we see here $8.08 on June 6th, but that is about it. We don't really see any more information here. So yeah, that's about as far as we can tell for 06 Scheme. Then the next card is the Kingdra EX Super Rare. So this is a full art card. We have the Kingdra. It has a nice blue, watery, bubbly kind of background with the Kingdra in the foreground looking off into the distance. Nice artwork, pretty standard as far as full arts go. June 7th, we have a value of $7.04. And then, yeah, it just jumps up June 8th to $8.23. Then the next card is Pecharunt EX. So this is the super rare. This is a super rare card. I can't tell if this is supposed to be the art rare. I think it would say. I don't think it is. I think it's just a full art card, right? Yeah, it's just a full art card. Ignore that. Couldn't tell there for a second, but yeah, this is the Pecharunt EX full art card. A little more aesthetic in my opinion. I actually really like the way this one looks. You have your blues and greens and blacks and deep colors. Then you have your magentas and purples and pinks. It's a very nice artwork. The colors are very aesthetically pleasing to my eye personally. But June 6th, we have a value of $9.80. June 7th, a value of $7.20. And then June 8th, a value of $9.29. Then we have 06 Scheme Zerosich. I kind of like Zerosich. It sounds more appropriate, but we'll go with 06 Scheme. Again, I don't know. I'm probably butchering it. This is a special art rare, so it's our first SAR, I believe. And yeah, it's a trainer SAR, which is pretty cool. June 6th had a value of $9.59. June 7th goes up to $10.16, and it looks like June 8th it coasts at around the $10.16 mark. Then we have Collectr's Tenacity, a super rare. This one is just a full art trainer, but it is a very nice card. I've always said the full art trainers tend to just have more character, in my opinion, than the full art Pokemon do. So I think that's why trainer cards, full art trainer cards, are just really nice to have in the collection. Collectr's Tenacity, so June 7th, $13.77. Drops down June 8th to $11.96, and looks like it's on the slight come up June 9th at $12.40. Then we have Janine's Secret Technique super rare, so yet again another full art trainer card. This here is Janine, I guess doing her secret technique here. So June 7th we have a value of $15.01, and then the graph just kind of jumps down to June 9th of $13.99. So it does decrease, and it looks like it is continuing to gradually decrease. Coming up next, we have the Power Hourglass Ultra Rare. This is our first gold card, I believe. $15.67 is where this card resides. Yeah, it's an hourglass, nothing extremely special about it. I guess it's the item card for the trainer kind of section. And yeah, it's the item card that you get for the gold card section as well. So the graph is a little funky. We see here just June 7th, $50.67. We don't really see any other values on the graph right now, but we'll take its word for $15.67. Then up next, we have the Pheasantipity EX Super Rare. We have, yeah, just another full art Pokemon card. I don't know quite how to word it, but yeah, another full art card. This one is a super rare. It's Pheasantipity hitting the dab, I guess. Apparently, yeah, just literally dabbing. I don't know. And then behind it, there's kind of this swirl of pinks and magentas and very, very light pinks, I suppose would be a good way to word it. But yeah, no, it's I actually really like the background. I guess the Pheasantipity is pretty cool too in the foreground, but the background is very aesthetic, very appealing. June 6th, $12.29, and then jumps all the way up to June 7th, $16.60, and it looks like it might continue to have an increase. Then up next, we have the Cassiopeia Pokemon card super rare. Don't know why I added a Pokemon card in there, but yeah, it's a super rare card. Cassiopeia, aka Penny. I forgot her name was Cassiopeia, actually, or their name. Anyways, it was Cassiopeia. You know, it just kind of escaped me. I played the games too, and yeah, there it is, Cassiopeia. So yeah, just kind of hanging out at the computer here, as Cassiopeia / Penny was a pretty legit kind of tech user in the games. I guess that checks out, makes sense. June 6th, 2024, $19.97. June 7th, $28.25. June 8th, $45.45, then does drop down. June 9th, $16.60, and it looks like it might continue to drop down further. Then up next, we have the Monkey Dory EX SAR. I believe this is our first Pokemon SAR card. We have Monkey Dory here hanging out upside down. They'd say, I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it. I mean, you have the blue and purple kind of background here, and then you've kind of got a darker background over here. It's a nice card. I think the computer doesn't really do it justice, the computer screen. I'm sure if I were to see it up close in person, I would probably like it a lot more, but I don't think it's my favorite SAR. $22.97 on June 6th, June 8th, $18.44, June 9th, $17.60, and it looks like it might continue to gradually decrease. Now we're into the top 5 most valuable cards so far. I mean, what are we, 4 days in to Night Wanderer? So number 5, we have Pecharunt EX Ultra Rare. This is the gold card of Pecharunt EX. Similar artwork to the, I guess, special rare we saw before, but this time now it is, yeah, in the gold version. So we have June 6th, the value of $0. Nice. And then, yeah, I guess just June 7th, it jumps up to $20.97, and it looks like it will gradually increase as time goes on, at least for a little bit. Number 4, aka the 4th most valuable card for Night Wanderer thus far, is the Okidogi EXSAR. We have another up close shop. We're getting very up close and personal with all the Pokemon here. We have Okidogi, I guess this time with the greenish background and then the black upper part of that background. Okidogi is super up close, his tongue out, looking quite ferocious. Maybe that's the general theme for the SARs of the 4 mascots to this set. But we have a value June 6th, $25.08, June 8th, $25, and then June 9th drops down to $22.99, and it looks like it might continue to decrease from here. Then the 3rd most valuable card for Night Wanderer is the Pecharunt EX. This is another SAR. I like this one a little more just because it's a little bit further back. You get to see more of what's going on. It's less confusing, I guess, and yeah, and it's everything kind of has its place, and there's a symmetry and balance to it. So that's my personal taste. I like this card a lot more. Nice coloring here. Again, we have that black background. The chains, which keep popping up in each of the SARs that we've seen. And then, yeah, we've got that foreground with the colors of the Pokemon that's featured. So June 6th, $35.35. June 7th drops down to $28.19. June 8th, $26.80, and then June 9th, it does go up to $29.40, and it looks like it might continue to gradually increase a little bit. Then, the 2nd most valuable card for Night Wanderer is the Fezandipiti EXSAR. This is also a nice card too, I think, because Fezandipiti's a little bit further back than, say, the Okidogi. I do like it too, and the black and red, you can never go wrong with a nice combination like that. It's a pretty nice card. I'd probably, my personal taste, probably the Pecharunt, I think, is what I would prefer. But this would be a really nice card to pull too, the Fezandipiti EX. June 6th, $41.38. June 7th rises up to $44.19. June 8th drops down to $37.30. And then June 9th, $41.20, where it looks like it's continuing to gradually increase. And the number 1 most expensive card for Night Wanderer, and I imagine this card will stay as the number 1, is the Cassiopeia SAR. So this is a trainer SAR, and actually, in my opinion, I like it the best. It's my most favorite artwork too, I think. You have Cassiopeia over here doing their thing on the keyboard, hacking away, getting into tech and all of that, which is pretty rad. It's a very aesthetic looking piece. It'd be great for the collection. I think this and the Pecharunt EXSAR, as well as the Fezandipiti, fantastic pieces of art there. June 6th, $71. June 7th, $69.49. June 8th, $67.73. And then June 9th, $68.43 is where it resides. And then it looks like it might continue to increase gradually, just a little bit. But those are the most valuable singles for Night Wanderer. It's a little interesting that the most expensive is $68.43. And we're only on day 4. I would have expected prices to be a little bit higher, but I guess given how small this set is, I mean, even in the eyes of a Japanese set, potentially. But you never exactly know what could happen. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just not as highly sought after as a set. Maybe it just needs more time and I'm being a little impatient. I guess time will only tell. And then just for fun, if we really want to, which I guess we do, we're going to take a look at a Night Wanderer booster box. So I think it comes with, I can't even remember how many packs it comes with. Is it 30? Is it 20? I want to say it's 30 packs. I can't exactly remember off the top of my head though. I'll be opening one up soon though, so I'll find out. We have as far back as May 17th, which is pretty nice, $52.99. May 19th goes up to $68.80. May 20th back down. Kind of, yeah, does the big fluctuations. May 23rd, $75.58. May 25th, $47, and then a massive leap to May 29th, $103.98, and then drops down June 1st, $56.50, and it doesn't really look like it's going back up to where it once was. June 6th, $58.81, and then drops down to where it currently is now at $47.39 as of June 9th. Again, I know it's a Japanese set, so it feels weird saying, but I guess just like it's not that big of a set. I guess perhaps the pulls aren't super desirable either. There's probably some pretty great competitive TCG pulls that you can get out of here, but I guess in terms of collectors and investors, a lot of these cards, I guess in a collection, may not be super desirable, but maybe some of them will be, right? I don't know. It's tough to tell. Prices are certainly lower than I thought though, but who knows? Maybe this is how it always is with Japanese sets. I don't necessarily look as close to the Japanese sets as I do with the English sets for pre-release and release. I don't necessarily see how much inflation hits them, so it's a completely different ball game here. But anyways, I just wanted to take a look at the set of Night Wanderer, and then yeah, just look at the top 25 polls. Maybe in like a week or two we'll take a look again at Night Wanderer and see what's going on, and yeah, we'll see if anything has really moved around. But till next time, let me know, would you invest in Night Wanderer? Are you picking up a booster box? You're gonna rip some stuff? We'll rip some stuff on this channel for sure. And yeah, I mean, what do you think of it as an investment? I'd love to know. Comment down below.